This is Barbara DeLong, and I painted and channeled the Cosmic Deck of Initiation, which has recently been re-released, along with a handbook that gives detailed instructions on how to use the deck, and most recently, the digital app for those of you who want to use it on your cell phones. Because this is not your ordinary tarot or oracle deck, I thought it important to give you a hint as to the kind of information and material you can get from the deck. While it can, of course, be used for prognostication, its original intent was for those who are on a personal spiritual journey and seeking insight and wisdom that has been carried within for eons of your spirit's journey. The deck enables individuals to become their own master teacher, learning from that which has personally been gathered over time and not following another's teaching or pathway. The spirit's journey is unique unto each individual, so information will always be unique, and the interpretation and application as well will differ. The deck is very personal, and the more you use it, the greater it will serve you. I'm sharing the meaning of one of the cards to give you a hint as to the kind of information they will share with you. For further information, you can go to cosmicdeckofinitiation.com, and the link will follow the meaning of the card. Enjoy and learn. You have drawn the law of cause and effect, which indicates what you set in motion returns to you. You control the situations you encounter by what you empower. Everything is a cause and an effect. There is a continuum, a flow, and everything is linked. To grow is to cause, and then become the effect. Your thoughts, behaviors, and actions create specific effects that manifest and create your life as you know it. If you're not happy with the effects you have created, then you must change the causes that created them in the first place. Change your actions and you change your life. Transform your thoughts and you will create a brand new destiny and reality for yourself. If you're working with the pyramid spread and your card falls on the circle for body and health, it indicates that the laws of cause and effect is present in our realities from the moment of conception to the moment of transition. These laws are present always within our lives. They never go on vacation or take a break, and they apply to every single aspect of our lives. Every action has a reaction, every cause and effect. Every moment of life has these laws present in and functioning. When it comes to our physical reality, how we take care of our body, the vehicle of our spirit will determine the impact we will have on the reality in which we live. If we abuse the body, our journey this lifetime may be more difficult than others. It has been said that the body is the temple of the spirit, and in a very real way, this is true. Pay attention to how you treat the body, how you fuel your energy, and what you expose yourself to. Your first and most important relationship is with yourself, and how you treat yourself is a reflection as to how you will treat others. Caution is given here for paying attention to abuse in all forms, for not just spoken words are harmful, but elements we expose ourselves to as well. Words and substances and even environments can do great damage to us on both emotional and physical levels. Care for yourself as if your life depends on it, because quite frankly, it does. If your card falls on the circle for future, it indicates your actions today can create the bridge to the future. Your behavior towards others will be reflected back at you as well, and usually at an unexpected time in your life. Often it is thought that the actions of the present will be forgotten in the future, and you can change them. There is a balance sheet somewhere, and though the return of your behavior may go unnoticed at first, it isn't, and at some moment in time, balance will be taken. Those who work at making changes in themselves to amend their actions and follow different pathways are often able to avoid the whiplash of their inappropriate behaviors. But the change must be sincere and authentic, and that cannot be faked. The universe cannot be bargained with or fooled. The future is always unknown, and it is for us to determine with our actions today. There are changes coming, and they are the fruits of the seeds planted in the past through our actions. Knowledge of this process makes it easy to ensure a rich and fulfilling future. All we have to do is shift our actions today to enlighten the ease of the future that awaits us. If your card falls in the circle of career and finances, it indicates there are many options out there for you to pursue should you decide to. The talents and gifts that you brought into this lifetime can be developed in many different ways to enhance your reality. They will work for you in direct proportion to how much effort you put into developing them to manifest into the present reality. You have been very successful in lifetimes past, utilizing your creative and intellectual gifts to expand your impact upon reality and spiritual development. Those gifts are there again this lifetime as well. There seem to be many different directions you want to explore, and yet the impetus awaits a signal from you to actually be activated. As we move into the future, you need to be the one that takes the first step, and then a flow will take place. You need to be the one that opens the door, and then everything will fall into place. There is a point to consider. There are times when fear of taking a new step is not so much a fear of failure. Sometimes it can indicate a fear of success. If your card falls into the circle for the mind, it indicates you seem to be swinging back and forth between new directions you want to move into. You lean in one direction, and then attention is drawn in another direction, and focus is changed until no action is taken at all. There is potential for success in many different directions if you would just pick one and start. You have distinct memories of success in many areas and just don't want to make the wrong decision. All you need do is prioritize these potentials and work on them one at a time. You analyze options to the point where you begin to confuse yourself. By trusting to what your intuition leads you to, you can't make a mistake. One project can easily fuel another given the opportunity. Trust to what your gut indicates, unless, of course, you've just had a very spicy meal, then take some time. There is great intellect here. You investigate and analyze and gather information and insight. Now all you need is action. There comes a time when action has to be taken, and you move into new directions. Once there is motion, the journey just about takes care of itself. You are intellectually very smart, and your spirit is very wise. Now, if they would just work together, you would never make a wrong decision or choice. If your card falls in the circle of love, it's important for you to realize that you and your spirit were created in the essence of pure, unconditional love. You are ever seeking that quality in others. According to the personalities and structures that others have chosen for this lifetime, often the levels and expressions of love take on different ways of expression. That inner love that all of us have at the very core of our being. Though you may recognize what is at the core of others, often the expression is very different, and so you have to honor their choices this lifetime and try not to change them. There are many free spirits that you are going to come into contact with, and there will be elements of many of them that are very attractive to you. Remember that our first love is to ourselves, and when that is in place, we do not look to others for completion, for we are already whole within. It is never wise to look to someone else to complete us, for then we attract someone who is also not complete. This lifetime, you will find many who have their own journeys, and at the same time have qualities you respect, though they may not mirror yours. These kinds of relationships create not only great friendships, but the potential for challenging and interesting sharing of thoughts and philosophies. Relationships built on friendship that is allowed to grow, or not, are the best kind. Loving friendships can cover all the bases without trying to change another, and often, for a time, become very intense and then slowly drift back into the friendship category. To experience the full spectrum of the element of loving relationship, one begins with wholeness within the self, then a deep friendship with another, and then expanding it into deeper loving that eventually moves into a friendship that is based on enduring love of a different kind. It takes time and focus on the self as well as another, keeping the personal dreams and aspirations of the self focused on the self. A delicate balance with precious and sincere love, the prize. All of this do you have within you, and all of this can be yours. If your card falls in the circle for spirit, it indicates that delicate balance of cause and effect is ever in focus of this element. You bring this balance not only from this lifetime, but in countless other lifetimes as well. There are times when the balance is brought into different aspects of your life that sometimes make no sense to you, but the balance is coming from lifetimes past. Please remember that this journey is a very long one, and so balance often takes time to evolve the full understanding of the consequences of the cause. The spirit moves with great caution through every evolution, through every lifetime, gathering experience and balance, richness and wisdom. What the spirit seeks is often not what the ego and intellectual aspects are seeking. A balance not always understood, but one that readies you for the next jump in evolution and often dimensions. Often clarity is not fully understood until transition is achieved and you move into the next level.